walk away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. If you play better, button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to it again. A beautiful morning. It's still the weekends, right? Buttons that need to be checked. Thank you guys for tuning in. Chapters down below if you want to skip around. Sub button right there. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all the tremendous love and the outpouring that you guys give me. I promise I'll get back to your messages if you have reached out. Thank you. I'm sorry, my kids is making so much noise right now in the background. Either way, what I'm trying to say is we got so much to check right now. I wanted to post 2 videos, but there's so much insane hype shit going on at DreamHack Dallas that I'm probably gonna wait to do a recap for tomorrow morning. Either way, we got these buttons to check. I'll talk about DreamHack and me going there today, all that stuff at the end of this video, but without further ado, I'm talking too much. Let's go. All right, now into them first set of DreamHack Dallas. We got them top 8 qualifiers, buttons that need to be checked. So we're gonna start right here with Tekken 8. So you can see Esports World Cup, right? Because it was not only Street Fighter 6, but it was also Tekken 8. I believe all top 8 automatically qualify for the World Cup in the millions of dollars. That's why everybody was going to Dallas, right? So right here, you can see Tekken 8. I'm gonna go ahead and click on this and you can see the qualifiers. Arslan Ass is in the house. I didn't even know he was here. I mean, why does that surprise me? But look, you got your qualifiers right there. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of upsets, a lot of hype moments. Either way, it's going down and it's wrapping up today, right? By the time you're watching this. And we also got that Street Fighter 6 action. Let me go ahead and click on that for y'all right here. Bam, here we go. Congratulations, top 8 qualifying Street Fighter 6 players. Here we go. And it's top of the top 8, nothing but killers right here. You got Phenom, you got Chris Wonk still doing the damn thing. Got your Kun, Knuckle Dude, Problem, Oil King, and it goes on, right? So a lot of heavy hitters. I know Mena RD, so I'm not sure how this worked because these are the top 8 that qualified. Mena RD is also in top 8 because I saw him post saying he's in top 8 DreamHack. So I'm not sure if one of these guys here is not top 8 because right here it says the qualifiers. Because since Mena's already qualified, even if he's in top 8, he doesn't get that spot. It'll go to like the next runner-up. So I wonder if that's what they're doing right here. So there you have it. And once again, it's a brief wrap up. We're gonna do most of it either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. Yeah, and I saw a lot of heavy hitters just posting, kind of say that they were eliminated. I remember Big Bird, even Punk was posting saying he was out. Now he has to go all the way to Sweden to try to qualify again for the World Cup. So yeah. A lot of upsets, but at the end of the day, a lot of great-ass Tekken, or good-ass Tekken, I should say, in Street Fighter 6. More to come. How y'all feeling? Let me know. And now it's time for the Leffen situation. Done got a whole lot worse. Buttons that need to be checked. Y'all remember the video I dropped the other day, right? Where Leffen was basically saying he's tired of this shit, the harassment, the death threats and all that. And then I had a segment on that video, basically where this all started, saying I was tired. I was thinking, I could relate to the tweet basically, right? I said, I didn't know Leffen personally, but I can relate to that sentiment in that tweet because I felt like I was tired and I thought about quitting Button Check. And that's when you guys did the outpouring. There's a lot that video triggered that I didn't expect, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still having to respond and it's a blessing, you know? So thank you guys so much for the love. But shortly after that, literally just a day ago by the time I'm recording this video, none other than Technicals. Y'all might know Technicals, has a huge YouTube channel, very big in the Smash community. He makes documentaries, like he makes like extended videos. It kind of reminds me almost like the quality of Corey Gaming. Y'all remember Corey? Well, apparently right after Leffen tweeted that, Technicals made this video entitled The Victims of Leffen. I just saw like the first 10 seconds and I was like, holy shit, right? The graphics, the editing, I don't know who taught this man, but the shit, it looks professional as hell. So what we're gonna do, because a lot of people are talking about that, Leffen even fired back, other people fired back at Leffen. So what we'll do is this, we're gonna watch a good piece of this. Now this is an hour and 27 minutes long. So obviously we're not gonna watch all of it. We'll watch some of it, maybe skip around just to get a good idea. The link is down below. Definitely check out the whole thing. I did ask Technicals for his permission. He gave us the blessing, so that's what's up. I appreciate Technicals. I don't know exactly what this is gonna say though, but I'm interested. I wanna listen. And like I said, chapters down below. Afterwards, though, we're going to go back to Twitter to see what Leffen and other people are saying. But for now, let's check it out. Super Smash Melee. Press
And
enter.
tell me about the set history between these two, Scar.
So Leffen versus HBox has actually been, they have had a long rivalry, and it's kind of been personal.
Hey! Who the fuck threw this?
I have been pretty upfront about the fact that I hate him as a person.
If you want to talk, you talk first. I said what I had to say in my video. That was me speaking. So now I'm here in person.
I think the box is a terrible product. It literally is supporting terrible people.
Not all dark triads are sadists, but Leffen certainly is. You need to know the truth about evidence.zip, which is a collection of documents that was put together 8 years ago.
What he did in reaction to that was basically making fun of me. Like he said, "Oh, but can you hear this?"
I made a stupid emotional tweet at the parasite of the Smash community, Technicals, and then I deleted it because I realized that that cockroach doesn't deserve any attention.
The dramatics, man. Damn, I feel like I'm watching a trailer to a movie on Netflix or some shit.
Just kidding, that's way too dark. This is what you guys have wanted, so let's cut to the chase. Leffen is a professional fighting game player known by many titles. A streamer, a champion, the self-proclaimed best fighting game player in the world, but what do people mean when they call him a villain? Well, that's exactly what I'm here to explain. Many have tried to chronicle his history in the past with varying degrees of success. Some lay the foundations of where we are now, and others not so much. But few, if any, have truly been able to encapsulate his most infamous deeds. After my diss track went triple platinum, I thought for sure that Leffen would see the error of his ways and turn over a new leaf. But now I see just how naive I really was. So it's time I finally do what I should have done a long time ago. The passage of time has allotted me with the clarity necessary to now present to you all the victims of Leffen in hopes that it will raise awareness for the current damage he's done to his biggest victim of all, Hax, who, as a result, has been banned from playing Super Smash Bros. Melee at a competitive level for the rest of his life. Hashtag free Hax, by the way. Evidence.zip is the name of a collection of testimonies and forum posts which was submitted to tournament organizers in 2013 in order to petition for Leffen's ban from Melee. This resulted in a year-long ban in Sweden, his home country, before he would be reinstated and go on his infamous run as the God Slayer of Melee. Now, if your only exposure to this document were from Leffen, he'd have you believe they were just forum posts from when he was 15, was written by Hax because he blamed him for his insomnia, and that not only did he not deserve the ban, but it was removed in part due to many people behind it harassing his friends and calling them slurs.
People know about the evidence.zip, and although I do not think that that was deserved, like being banned for it, I do definitely agree that I acted like a fucking jerk, and that I need to do I need to be much better going forward, is what I realized.
Well, let's have a look for ourselves, and you tell me what you think. The release of evidence.zip coincided with a Smashboards post from professional Swedish player Armada. In it, he outlines 8 clauses which describe how Leffen behaved and what he had done that ultimately resulted in their decision. Number 1. Leffen treats new players poorly, demoralizing them. Number 2. Leffen has spread lies about people, claiming they are known for lying and stealing, when this is in fact nonsense. Number 3, he has constantly made fun of people's diseases and disabilities with no regard or sympathy for the people unfortunate enough to be born with a condition, and using this to make them look like bad and or incompetent people. The player Rocky, who struggled with hearing problems, was the primary reference for Clause 3, regarding the mocking of people with disabilities. Over Smashboards, Leffen told Rocky, "We aren't all socially disabled like you." Winky face. Rocky would later recount his experience with Leffen in the most recent metagame documentary by Samox, which aired in December of 2020.
My first interaction with him was that I told him, "Oh, hey, I'm kind of having a really bad hearing issue where I can't really pick up and work at the same level as most people do." What he did in reaction to that was basically making fun of me. Like he said, "Oh, but can you hear this?" And then he tried mouthing words. It really always felt like he was focusing on my shortcomings as a human being.
Somehow, this would pale in comparison to the post Leffen made directed towards another Swedish player, Mike Hager. LMAO, I love how Mike Hager is. I have made some mistakes, and I will certainly make more, but I will learn and improve from them, and honestly, I wouldn't take any advice from you if you were the last person on Earth, since really, you're fucking terrible at everything I value, whether it be mental health, social life, Smash, school, being fit, commentary, work, or simply not being ugly as fuck. As far as I'm concerned, you're fucking terrible at all of it. Want to know something funny about Mike Hagger? Mike Hagger sucks. Mike Hagger places last in teams not winning a game. Mike Hagger misses his trains to tournaments, and when he has no other way to escape getting wrecked in pools by my Yoshi, he burns himself on a paprika that he heated up himself. Mike Hagger burnt himself on a paprika so bad that he had to leave the tournament and his dad had to get his things. I still can't stop laughing when I think about it.
Yeah, his trash talk was different, to be honest. It wasn't a brotherly. He went very, very personal with a lot of people, like telling people who've been to mental hospitals twice that they don't respect them, that he doesn't respect them because of their mental health. After the ban, he was kind of a little bit nicer, but now lately, actually, he's been, I don't know.
Here's what he had to say about the Swedish players not allowing him on the road trip to Genesis 2 because he wasn't 18. I also think that the 18 argument is horrible. And about age equals more maturity, I don't really see how people who failed and dropped out of school, people who have huge debts and not enough money to afford food every day, yet refuses to search for a job, people who have declared mental illnesses and either still don't have any interest until the last day, are so stunningly mature. Oh, and they are under the age of 21. Yeah, just make it seem like I hate mentally ill and handicapped people, and don't interview anyone at all with any kind of nuance. What nuance are we missing here exactly? Are you suggesting they didn't hear you right the first time? Because that's kind of fucked up, Leffen, I'm not gonna lie. Your Honor, I call to the stand my own Smashboards posts. Unless Armada, Mike Hagger, Rocky, Hacks, and the entire country of Sweden are lying, I'm starting to think it wasn't just posts on a forum. There's another incident with a player named C, where Leffen alleged that he stole thousands of dollars and struck him over 8 times on their road trip before anyone said anything, for basically no reason at all.
During this time, there was one particular player that physically abused me, like basically slapped me extremely hard across the face several times over basically nothing. I sat in his seat, I was playing Smash and he wanted to go to sleep. His alarm didn't wake him up, and took about 8 times before someone said anything, and no one really said anything. This player also ended up stealing money, never paying back people thousands of dollars, and some people are still friends with this person to this day.
Now, according to Armada, Zolar, and even Leffen's own Smashboards posts, C only slapped him once or twice, which isn't much better, but he also explains his side of the story nonetheless. He described the moments leading up to these outbursts as psychological torture and antagonization from Leffen, as he would constantly be in opposition to anything and everything he said during their road trip. In the first instance, it was because Leffen kept the lights on in the RV while they were trying to sleep, turned the TV all the way up while playing Melee, and neglected to wake up the group for a scheduled hike they'd already paid for. He even went as far as allegedly blocking C from grabbing his stuff, resulting in the first slap. The second instance occurred after Leffen apparently repeatedly jammed his seat into C's knees, causing him physical pain on the plane ride home. He swiftly reminded Leffen to stop with a hard tap after the first warning proved insufficient. I'm of course not suggesting that physical assault was justified in either instance, but to retroactively go back and multiply it by 4 times what anyone agrees took place, and admit to verbally instigating the whole thing without any details of how you did it beyond, I was pretty bratty.
I'm not saying this to try to make a pity party of myself. I think in general, I took this situation and I dealt with it pretty well. And I was pretty bratty, you know. I stood up for myself. I always try to take fights verbally, of course. I never fought anyone physically, but I'm not gonna say that I didn't like do anything to deserve any kind of lashback whatsoever. But I definitely did not deserve to be physically assaulted several times.
Doesn't exactly paint a full picture, and
okay, let's kind of skip over here some stuff. I've been in the FGC, so I know Leffen has been in some shit. There's a lot of information here, y'all. You could even see there is a lot. So I'm kind of just skipping here. But I knew some of the stuff, him and HBox and stuff like that. But all of this stuff, I had no idea. the deep stuff like that I'm hearing right now, I had no idea any of this happened. So yeah, it's definitely eye-opening. And like I said, we'll get to Leffen's responses after this. Let's watch another clip here. Let's go. Let's see what this part's about.
And that is the video by the Guilty Gear chip specialist Kenso, who addressed Leffen directly after receiving harassment over character disagreements. This followed a retweet from Kenso of one of his friend's posts, which read, "Watched Shin Kenso's overview of Chip and loved that the comments section shut the idiots up about left this and that," referencing the comments from Leffen's audience after his takes on a recent patch of the character. Leffen misinterpreted this to mean that he was calling him an idiot, and in reply he said, "Kenso, if you want to trash talk me, just fucking man up and say it. Constantly retweeting this passive-aggressive shit is just tiring." So, 8 hours later, Kenso did exactly that in a 21-minute video. Leffen saw his response 10 minutes after it was posted and said, "I'm gonna be real. I'm at a tournament and I don't have time to watch 21-minute clickbait-ass video title. If you want to be Keemstar, go ahead. But if you want to say something to me, do that. Not a YouTube video for views." Yeah, because we all know Leffen is above using drama for views. God forbid. And he shared a story from Apex 2013 of Zero allegedly viewing hentai with Japanese players to support Jisoo's claim of a similar instance in the Sky House. But yet, it's just fucking hentai, so why are people trying to make it look like Zero did something harmful? Showing porn to a minor, 19 to 15-year-old if I remember correctly, is literally considered sexual harassment in many jurisdictions. It's not just fucking hentai. There's multiple reasons why this story doesn't check out, and if you want to know more in depth, I covered this years ago, accompanied with interviews in my Skyhouse video.
That doesn't even sound like something he would do. Maybe that's something he does on his own time, but to just throw it up on the big screen, especially with how crowded the room was, I feel like it's weird that she would make that claim, and then nobody else with how crowded our houses were at any given time be able to back that up. I don't know where she at with that one. I'm disagree. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
So I'll be keeping it brief here. If you ignore the fact that anyone receiving a public twitlonger at this time was immediately considered a predator, Leffen seemed like a really thoughtful and stand-up friend for not handling this in private. That is, if his story was true. After his twitlonger, Zero reached out to multiple Japanese players who were present during the Apex story. They all refuted Leffen's framing and stated that they were simply looking at official artwork of characters as they discussed anime.
He lied in a story to make me look worse in a critical moment, a story in which I have witnesses in person who were there to witness what actually happened. Witnesses who have made statements to say that Leffen was lying. And these are not random players. These are well-established top players in Japan.
They all wish to remain anonymous because obviously they'll be witch hunted by the Smash community just for replying, but I've personally seen the uncensored messages and I know exactly who these prominent players are.
Okay, y'all, like I said, it is lengthy and we didn't even watch half of it. So definitely check out the link down below. There is so much more information. Now let's go back on Twitter side. So Leffen apparently saw that, or got wind of it, right? He posted this saying, "Nah, the new season of Leffen hit pieces is so funny, like making a 1 hour and 30-minute video called The Victims of Leffen and including when I ratioed an Axel player on Twitter for lagging and then lying about it is so fucking hilarious. What will they come up next? LOL. It is sad how truly shameless and clout chasing goes, literally using people who are suicidal, not me, for a quick AdSense buck. But at this point, I'm just so numb to it. What about 10 hours of videos of lies and harassment at this point? I've been through it so many times already." Other people are responding underneath it saying that wasn't such a great attempt, masking your toxicity through sarcasm and only mentioning the least condemning part of that video. People don't just come up with this stuff. Even given the benefit of the doubt here, except that people have a problem with your conduct online. And then Leffen kind of responds back to that as well, saying that's the thing though, people do just come up with this stuff, and then continues, right? So down here in the comments, it kind of goes back and forth. Others are like, you pick out the one questionable thing of this video. I don't know, man. Leffen says, yeah, you would say that about literally anything. and then it continues on. Leffen kind of goes back and forth. But I noticed one that sticks out right here is TKbreezy, which is a well-known commentator in the Smash community, says, to be honest, I don't care that Leffen is an asshole. Just own up to it and stop with the cry, bully, victim bullshit, to be honest. You are a dick. It's highly documented, well outside the actual player. You know what you're doing, bro. And while you may have gotten less toxic, like, come on, bro, LOL. He continues on saying, I might fuck around and preemptively mute this because bro got one of the strongest echo chambers known to me. Leffen Legions is out there. But yeah, bro's like way more examples presented than just this Axel player. And they were like, well, this is wrong, so it's all wrong. Come on, if you want to talk shit, every scene or every person that disagrees with you, then do it. But then when they backfire or fire back, don't come with the, oh, hey, they're harassing me energy, cornball ass shit. And then from there, it continues even more because you got people kind of, you know, going against what TKbreezy says, and a lot of people co-signing it saying, you know, that's what's up, or you're touching on the key points. So it constantly goes back and forth here. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Leffen has a deep history. He even admits he talked a lot of shit and he was a brat and whatnot, but it goes deeper from what a lot of other people are saying. They're like, yo, you're an asshole. You're a dick. And it's well documented beyond what you're saying and beyond what other people outside of Melee. So just own up to it, because when people start firing back, stop playing the victim from what they're saying. So I don't know, man. Like I said, go ahead and check out that documentary. I thought it was very interesting. Leffen is still one of the top players. He doesn't seem to be going anywhere. In one of his last tweets, he was like, it is what it is. I'm tired of this shit, but he seems like he's very headstrong, and he's like, he doesn't seem like to me that the type where he's just gonna be like, fuck it, I'm out. This is his livelihood. This is all he knows, you know what I'm saying? And technically he's still good at it, so I don't see him going anywhere soon. Now, as far as like, will this stop? Will he actually get canceled? Like, will enough people come together? I have no idea. How y'all feeling? Let me know. That it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. Like I said, we had some deep buzz today. We got the DreamHack wrap up because there is so much, trust me, so much hype shit, crazy shit happened at DreamHack. We will talk about it on the wrap up. And yeah, how you feeling about that other stuff? All I know is like Technicals can edit his ass off. Just watching that shit, he's like a detective, low key. Like, don't fuck. I don't want to get on that dude's bad side, because he gonna pull up all kinds of documents and shit. He gonna find out when you was scratching ass in the 3rd grade. He gonna find out how you was jerking off in the room that one time when your mom was on vacation and she told you not to jerk. Not that I did that. Not that I did that. No, not me. Not me. I don't even, my mom don't even go on vacation. she don't go on vacation. Not since I jerked off that one time. Listen, what I'm trying to say is, I don't want to fuck with Technicals. All right, so how y'all feeling, man? That's some deep shit, man. The history that Leffen has in that community is fucking deep, man. Like, Smash goes a lot deeper than I thought. I obviously knew there was some shit going on and very passionate community, but man, they'll jump on your ass. Like harassments, death threats with the quickness. So anyway, thank y'all for the amazing love. We'll see you soon. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow morning. Love y'all forever. As always, I don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Peace. Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe. And my mom don't even go on vacation. So I'm not speaking about me. I'm speaking generalities. Generalities. My mom does not, I do not touch my, not anymore. My mom doesn't do that. And she, you know, we had talked about it. My mom said she was disappointed, but I'm not talking about me. General. So Technical, stay on my shit. Stay on my, don't get technical on my ass. Don't get technical up. Don't. There's nothing to expose here. Because all you're going to find is me and some titties and some ass. That's all you're going to find, Technicals. It's going to be a boring video to expose Onesto. You know, so just don't do nothing but check, because we cool, baby. Hey, we cool. Technicals. Woo! Technicalities. There you go. Just stay the fuck over there.